This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can find all the cards featured in this video in their store if you follow the links in the description below. Alright, so we'll jump in this Premier Draft for Zendikar Rising. Before I do, let me remind you that Card Kingdom supports my content. They've got a great store that you can visit by clicking on the link in the description below on YouTube or the logo below here on Twitch. It'll use my referral link to take you to their store, and you can check them out and find all kinds of great products, gifts for people, things for yourself, singles, sealed product, apparel, all the Magic stuff you could want. So see if we can bust out of our Tuesday slump. I mean, it won't be hard to do better than we've done so far. So at least there's that. At least our first deck of the day wasn't a complete pile of garbage like our cube draft turned out to be. If I had blocked smarter on that during that first draft, when that block, that attack was crazy, we would have won. But it was very hard to figure it out. So, hi Dave, glad you made it to the stream. Glad you liked the videos. Okay, well. Probably Scoot Swarm. I mean, this card can completely run away with the game and crash the client because of all the tokens. So it's probably the pick. This is kind of a weak pack apart from it. Scoot Swarm helps us. It wins the game on its own, especially if you wait to play it until after you get to 6 or more lands. Veteran Adventurer is pretty good. And Core Blade Master sets up some nice stuff for the Warrior deck, but it's definitely Scoot Swarm for us. Okay, so next up, I think our choices are Crawling Barrens, Thwart the Grave, or Tangled Florahedron. All three of those are pretty good. Crawling Barrens, a creature land. I think these kinds of cards are often underrated because it's like, well, it's a land, but it's a land, sure, produces mana for you all game, but then it can turn into a win condition, and it does reasonably often become relevant. Thwart the Grave is really only easy to set up well if you're in a party deck. And Tangled Florahedron is good. It's either a land or a mana dork. But I'm kind of leaning towards Crawling Barrens here. I think it's where I'm going to go in the end. Yeah, we had a Crawling Barrens in a couple drafts ago that played a very large role in helping us get there. So, Zoth Consumption, I think, is worth looking at. Double face modal card that can give you some decent reach and life gain, if your deck cares about that, and some of them do. This is a pretty weak pack overall, though. Like, the two best cards are the Healer and the Consumption by, like, a pretty wide margin. I'm going to take the Consumption in the end here. The green cards here aren't especially good, so... Okay, so two pretty powerful cards here. Iridescent Horn Beetle is a very powerful build around. If you can stick it and build around it well enough, it's insane. Royal Eruption is premium removal, though. It doesn't ask for you to do anything other than play red mana, and it's even splashable. So I think we take the Royal Eruption in the end here. Paired Tactician's good in the Warrior deck, of course, but I don't think it's as good as either of these. Okay, so Scale of Heights isn't terrible. It does help us hit landfall more. This is another pretty weak pack, though, I have to say. Subtle Strike and Core Celebrant, maybe the best cards here. Fisher Wizard and Synchronized Spellcraft are fine, but I'm not really seeing anything that really makes me be pulled into any of the colors we're already in. I mean, Royal Eruption and Scoot Swarm are our best cards, but the cards we've seen since then have not been super impressive. So I think I'm going to go Subtle Strike in the end here. It's a nice trick slash, +1/+1 counter card. So here we'll take the premium removal in Deadly Alliance. There's a decent green card, but I think Deadly Alliance is enough better that I don't try to cut green or anything like that. The unfortunate thing for our Scute Swarm is that green is not looking super open. So I like Shatterskull Minotaur. He's a great payoff, especially if you're in the black-red party deck. And I think it's probably what we take here over Pelakka Predation. Yeah, green is not open, which is very sad. So here's a good wizard build around, but it's a little late. So Dreadworm's okay, Constrictor's okay. You know, I wonder if that Hornbeetle will wheel. Probably not. And for that reason, I think I should probably take the Blight Priest. It has, you know, a little more upside than these other cards. If the Hornbeetle wheels, the Constrictor would be better, but, you know, this is good on its own in a way that Agra Constrictor isn't really, you know. Okay, so we are seeing, I think, that black-red's reasonably open, and that black-white is also looking reasonably open. I think I'm going to stick with red here and take Grotog Bugcatcher. You know, it attacks hard for pretty cheap mana cost, and that's pretty nice. So I think we'll grab a Hellion here over, like, a Silencer or a Blood Beckoning. Okay, so Expedition Healer is pretty good to still be sticking around. I could speculate on it or take a subpar red card. I mean, I'd say there's a significant chance that either of those won't make our deck, so I think I will take the white card there and just see what happens. All right, we'll take a Skitter Sneak and a Lithiform Blight. Yeah, so it sucks. I haven't actually gotten to play with Scute Swarm myself yet, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. You know, we have Lithiform Blight and stuff that can splash it, but you need to be able to play Scute Swarm, like, at will, basically, for it to be worth it. And it doesn't look like we're doing that in this deck. Okay, some interesting picks here. Another life gain payoff, but if we're in black-red, we're not going to have that much. We'll have some, but we're not going to have a ton. Spoils of Adventure is a nice party payoff, but it's in the other party color pair. Legion Angel's pretty good. Ruin Crab's pretty good. All the best cards in this pack are in colors that we're probably not playing. You know, Colony Ambush, also quite good, but I don't feel like green's open enough to spend a pick on that. I think we're more interested probably in this Blight Priest and, you know, seeing what life gain we can get going in addition to having a nice party creature type in our deck. Okay. So Valakut Exploration's pretty strong. It does fall a little short of some card advantage engines in Limited, mostly because you can't play lands off of it. But I think it's probably still good enough for us to take here. Fearless Fledgling is quite good. The Celebrant's nice in the life gain deck, but I think we want the Exploration here. So, how many warriors do we have right now? So, not very many. Shatterskull and Grotog Bugcatcher. So, Relic Axe is kind of interesting. But not amazing. I think that is probably what we're going to take here, though. Yeah, it's better in the red-white deck, especially when you pair it with this guy, but it's pretty good equipment in general, and the warrior upside is nice. So, it does kind of feel like we're getting cut now. You know, green now suddenly looks like the open color. And it's not like our black cards are incredible for the most part, so I could consider sort of pivoting into like a green-red deck. That would give us access to Scute Swarm again. But I'm a little scared of doing it. This pack has reasonable cards in it, like Scion of the Swarm and Expedition Skulker that we could take. The green cards here are good, but they're not great, but that's also true of the black cards. I think in the end we go with the Skulker here and hope we don't keep seeing green cards that make us regret our life choices. So feed the Swarm's good. You know, it'd be sweet that we had 3 Blight Priests if we were better at gaining life, but we're not, so we're just going to take the removal. Okay, so we're not seeing, you know, any indications that the color pair, that green's super open. I think that pack was a fluke, which makes me feel a little better about not taking it. So we take the Charger. We have Relic Axe already, and he's good on his own. Another party creature type, too. Well, another Relic Axe. Again, it's definitely better in a dedicated warrior deck, but we're going to take it. We have a decent number of warriors. Hey, you're a warrior, but you're also green. Shoot. What's happening? This draft has kind of gone sideways in some ways. I think we'll take the Survivor here. Well, maybe we take the Colossus. Yeah, we can make it cost significantly less. All right, so I think we take the Champion here. We're kind of a black-red warrior deck, I guess. I'm more likely to play Red Worm, I think. Okay, we'll take Cleansing Wildfire. It does give us fixing. It's not good fixing, and we don't have enough landfall to really abuse it, but we will take it. So, this feels kind of like our first two drafts of the day in that it hasn't gone very close to the ideal way we wanted it to. But we'll see. We still have another pack that might pull this deck together a little bit. So Glasspool Mimic is quite good. Copying, you know, your best creature is really good. Roost of Drakes, we've seen it twice today, but it's always been late. And that is frustrating, to say the least. You know, we have mediocre fixing in Lithoform Blight and Cleansing Wildfire, it's worth noting. But I think we probably just take Feed the Swarm and, you know, splashing the Roost or Glasspool Mimic, especially the Mimic, is worth thinking about. This is hard to splash because to kick it, you need to pay double blue. But yeah, we'll take Feed the Swarm here. Okay. Take another Bug Catcher. That's the kind of thing I think we're really lacking, is these strong early drops, and that is one of them. And we're happy to get it here. Ugh. So, Akiri's pretty good. Kazul's Fury is nice that it's a fling. Spitfire Lagok's alright. Vanquish the Weak is alright. I'm kind of interested in this Pack Beast. We have enough cards that are interested in various creature types that I think it'll be a good card to have around. It also fixes, albeit poorly, but I think we pick up a Pack Beast here over these other things. Alright, I guess we grab another Deadly Alliance here. We could have had all the Blight Priests. I wonder, and, you know, Attended Healers here. I wonder if the Cleric deck was more open than it seemed like. Okay, so probably just another Pack Beast. Yeah. So we're getting our early curve going, which feels good to me. So we have some nice options here. You know, the Ambusher is a nice little 2-drop. Feed the Swarm's good removal. Skyclave Geopede is a nice creature. We're doing pretty well on removal, but do I want to pass on a third Feed the Swarm? Are we doing that well on removal? I mean, I feel like our deck could really use this Warrior. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Teeter Peak Ambusher there. And there's another one, which makes it a little frustrating that we chose the route we did. But I think we probably still take it. Yeah, I mean, Skydancer's all right, but we're going to be pretty interested in being aggressive. So Malakir Blood Priest is pretty good. It's another party creature type. I like the Hazard, but I do think we need more early creatures with party creature types to be happy. Well, that's a late Rabid Bite. Yeah, we could consider trying to force the Scoot into the deck, but it's just such an awkward card to splash with bad fixing, but we could think about it. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't think you're making the cut. Well, let's grab another Cleansing Wildfire. You know, if we're going to try to play the Scoot. that could help us in that respect.
Okay. So, I think we look like a reasonable aggro deck. Yeah, the question is whether we want to try to... No, we don't want you. Sorry. Whether we want to try to shove Scute Mob back into this deck, Scute Swarm, rather, off of, like, one Forest and a Cleansing Wildfire. I don't think we do. I just think it, you know, the mob, the Scute Mob is the old Scute card. Scute Swarm can definitely run away with games and stuff, but it just seems like our mana is going to be significantly worse. And we're going to play some really subpar cards to do it, too, like Cleansing Wildfire. So if I had, like, good fixing, I think I'd be all over it, but I don't think I can convince myself here to try to make it work. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we do it. I do think we can cut one land. Oh yeah, I do have the Pack Beast, that's true. Pack Beast is not good at fixing either, but we're running it anyway. That is true. Ugh. It's probably powerful enough I should try to make it work. You know, maybe I'll end up regretting this, but it may mean we can't run Crawling Barrens because our mana is going to be so bad. We can probably make do. Yeah. So, I think maybe, you know, things that don't have party creature types are definitely on the table here, and I think that's literally just Pyroclastic Hellion. So, I think we cut the Hellion. So, we have mostly warriors. We have 8 warriors, 1 rogue, 3 clerics. So, I don't think Seagate Colossus is going to be cheap enough to be worth it. And then... I mean, this is our only rogue, so we could consider cutting it and holding on to these other 2s. Yeah, so I think we'll cut the Skulker. I mean, it does make our deck significantly worse in some ways, but there's not a lot we can do about it. I mean, we just don't have that many creatures who aren't warriors. I think I went a little hard on warriors. I mean, we do have good reason to be, but... Although, I think maybe we want the Skulker a little more than Subtle Strike. Yeah, I think that's better. All right. Okay, let's do this. Deck looks like it has potential, at least. Did I have 41 cards in this deck? No. Okay. Well, no black mana is a little bit of a liability, but we're likely to draw it, and we have Pack Beast if we really get desperate. I think we hold on to this. Yeah. Hey! It worked out. So, yeah, I think we want to play the Bug Catcher first, because Pack Beast and Blood Priest can make it so he swings harder.
Okay, so... I think we'll play the Pack Beast. And then attack with the... Yeah, it'll be a 3-2, so... I'm okay with the trade there. Okay, so we're gonna feed the swarm this. Attack for 2. So we could have used a land there, because it would have let us play Deadly Alliance. Because this thing is a little bit of a problem, but you know, I figure we'll just end up taking a hit for it from it or whatever. I think I'll just play another Pack Beast. In my turn. It makes Deadly Alliance castable on our next turn. I guess playing anything, any of our creatures would have done that, but... Okay, so... I can play the Blood Priest here. Oh, you know I can't, because I only have so much black mana. Oh, but I can play... Teeter Peak. And then Deadly Alliance the Cleric. Yeah. The question is, you know, yeah, we want to do it with the Cleric. It's just too big for us. This will gain us 4 life when it comes down, so that'll be nice for the race. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. 6. Okay, so I think we play Blood Priest here. Then we Royal Eruption Kabira Outrider. And we attack for 5. So at some point they're going to have to stop attacking us. Maybe. Anyway. Probably going to be worth playing the Swarm just to make an insect token who can chump block, even though it's not going to be a copy yet. But like if we draw a land, that's probably where I'll go. Uh-oh. Yeah, well... Luckily, this is just a 2-3, but... Ooh, and they pumped the wrong creature. That's nice. Alright, so yeah. I'd say it's Scute Swarm time. I mean... We're in a little bit of danger. If they blow up the Scute Swarm, we could be out of luck. But I think that's okay. So you can get up to 3 power right now. So we need to find one more land. Ah, oh, crap, they have a kill spell. Okay. Fine, then. Okay. Relic Axe is interesting. So, it's basically attackable. I can attack with it now. Because I can get it up high enough. Yeah. They have to block it, so. Or kill it. They might have yet another kill spell, I guess. They might double block it. Yeah, they will. Okay. That's alright with me. I don't need to pump it or anything. And I can just play my Blight Priest in my second main phase. Yeah. It assists us in trying to go wide enough to kill them. Alright, well... let's attack with everything. Hope things don't go sideways. Right, they don't. So we didn't get to go off with Scoot Mob, but... you know, the insect token it made me mattered. I keep calling it Scoot Mob. It's Scoot Swarm, which is a lot better than Scoot Mob, actually. This deck really could have used a Thundering Spark Major, too, to really feel like it got there. Okay, yeah, I think we can keep this. It looks a little slow, but I think chances are good we draw something that makes it so we can play the Shatter Skull in turn 4. Plus we have a removal spell. We have our 2 primary colors. Yeah, so... no, never mind. That one actually worked, because they're both clerics. we have, like, 3 clerics. We need a warrior or a something else to really get there. But still, turn 5, you know, I'll take it. Okay, well, for now, I think I hold on to Zoth Consumption. I consider playing it next turn, I think. So let's attack here. Nice. We did it. Which is, you know, attacking. Player Blight Priest. Blood Priest and Blight Priest. Okay, I'm glad it's that and not the sensor effect. One of the funny things in this deck is, like, yeah, that card is usually, like, you better kill that in a hurry when you see it. But in our deck, it's actually not all that good. But, you know, people will still treat it like it is, and so removal gets spent on it. So we probably Deadly Alliance, whatever they play on this turn, if they play anything. And then play Shatter Skull Minotaur on our turn. Okay, well, that's no fun. Now I won't be able to Deadly Alliance. And my Minotaur costs 6 again. That was mean. Well, I don't hate that we have both our Deadly Alliances. We're kind of slipping into a control plan now after, you know, not really being a control deck in the early going of this game. Oh yeah, well, they're speaking of must kills. That's one of them. All right, so we're gonna have to pay full price for this, but I think it's worth it. Especially when we've got the consumption in our hand. Okay, so we're going to play this Blight Priest, which will make Deadly Alliance only cost 3, which is nice. And then we'll end our turn. Also means this will do 5 damage to them. So I just take this 3. That's not nice. Trying to decide if I want a Deadly Alliance that Seer. I guess I do. Well, I think I'm just gonna use this mana while I can to drop them to 6. Shell Shield is kind of a crappy thing to hit off of Valakut Exploration. Yeah, I should probably blow up their Valakut Exploration at some point. It's funny that we drew ours. I guess I will. I could also blow up Bubble Snare, but I'm not sure how well that will work out for us. Yeah, that's not good. They just got Royal Eruption back. Of course, we hit our 1 green source. So, are we just dead to Royal Eruption? 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have a 7th land, we are. So I may as well feed the Swarm this Bubble Snare. So, we're dead if they have a... We're dead anyway, actually. Yeah. The reason I wasn't really super psyched about blowing up the Bubble Snare is I thought there was a significant chance they would have more removal, because that's like all they had in their deck. And doing it wouldn't have accomplished a whole lot. Ooh, okay, well, this is one of the more exciting starts in the format. Fireblade Charger into Relic Axe. I mean, the only downside about it is your opponent sometimes just kills the Charger, but, you know, they take 3 in the process, so they kill the Charger before they play a creature in particular. Alright, so we got our green this time before exiling it to our Exploration. Alright, so let's give this Relic Axe plan a try. Alright, looks like it's working out so far. Okay, so... do we just want to attack here? Yeah, probably. They can trade, but they take 3 in the process, so... Then we play Bug Catcher. This seems like it would be a good hand to draw our Scute Swarm in. Another removal tribal deck. Ha. I think I probably trade. Yeah, we're gonna trade. Nice. Alright, so probably start holding on to lands between our Scute Swarm and our, uh-oh. Okay, that was good to draw. So, I guess we want to kill the War Leader the most. I think I'm going to attack first. Yeah, we're going to attack first, see what they do. Alright, and then I think we just kill the other one. We need to draw, like, our exploration would be great, as would our scoot. Either one of those would be good. Come on, world. I guess I should stop playing lands, which I already kind of knew and have said, yeah, so. Oh, man. So we've got Deadly Alliance at least, I guess. Ooh. Well, that's also good to draw right now. Do we want to actually play a land? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because if I do, I can make it a 4/4. Yeah, I think we're going to play this land. Oh, wait a second. I played the Crawling Barrens. I'm smart. So we have several cards that can help us in the late game between the Barrens. So what I can do here... What I'm going to try to do here, I think, is resolve this, then block, then use the ability again. Yeah. Oh, except I can't, because Summoning Sickness. So never mind. There was no reason to do that. Somehow I passed my turn there and didn't... Oh, I couldn't pump it. Again, because Summoning Sickness. Right. Okay, so let's play the Blight Priest here. Put this Relic Axe on it. So, yeah, we're gonna block. Okay. So, I think we equip it. And in the turn there, and hope they don't draw some like straight up removal spell. Yeah, so I block here. I mean, we're favored in the long game because of Crawling Barrens. Ugh. And a few other cards that we have. Okay, so let's do this. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so we're going to hold on to this land at this point. Yeah. Well, that's annoying. Well, I kind of feel like I have to take this 6. Yeah, we're gonna take this 6. Nice. Okay, so it makes me feel a little bit better. We're just gonna end the turn here. That's not good. So they have 8 mana, so they can pump this twice. Almost enough to just kill me outright. Jeez. Things are not going my way today. We still have a chance here, but stuff's ugly, that's for sure. Deadly Alliance will cause problems, at least. What I kind of want them to do is attack this turn. I think if that's what they want to do, I can come out of it in good shape. So... oh yeah, I guess I need one more land to pump twice. So, I probably Deadly Alliance the Fireblade Charger. Ugh. Do I? Though? I mean, that damage is so brutal. I can maybe wait for a window when they move it. I mean, what they're going to do in response is pump the Charger, and I'll take 4. Go to 2. But if I wait, things will get even worse. So, I'm going to do it. Yeah, so we're going to go to 2. Okay, that's not really what I was hoping for, but okay. Alright, we're gonna play another land here. And end our turn. Not good. Yeah, that just kills me. What was there to... oh no, they're both warriors, so it doesn't kill me. I go to 1 now. 1 is enough to kill me, though. Yeah. Yep. It's been a rough day of drafting. Well, hopefully we don't have another 1 in 3. Alright, this seems fine. Probably play Skulker, Pack Beast, Relic Axe. Do I just want to feed the Swarm that thing now instead? Eh. So if they attack with that, I think I probably trade. Yeah. Ooh. Spicy. So we can go Fireblade Charger, Relic Axe. They can block if they want to. They don't, though. Interestingly. I think if I were them, I would have blocked. So now I can get the 2-for-1 if they decide to block. I could also just feed the Swarm, play the Pack Beast. Yeah, I don't hate that. Feed the Swarm, the Skulker. And then play our Pack Beast. Well, that's not nice, but it's not terrible either, but losing a Royal Eruption and Feed the Swarm, definitely a little less than ideal. Yeah. So, are they about to play Thwart the Grave and get back ahead? Yep. They sure are. Doesn't actually put them that far ahead, honestly. I think we just attack with everything here. I'd say we're actually in reasonable shape. Depends on what they just drew, of course. If they drew what they need to do lethal to us, we're not. Alright, so that'll drop them to 1. Oh man, it's tricky here. If I drop them to 1, any card, any landfall I get means they're dead. If I don't kill one of these and don't find a way to do 1 damage to them, I'm dead. Because they're going to use Relic Amulet to finish off the Pack Beast. Alright, so we're going to kill the Bug Catcher here. Yeah, then they're going to do that. Ouch. Okay. That about sums things up for us today. Oh boy. Is this real? Oh my god. Hey! And we're dead. My god. Rough day of drafting. I mean, we did finish up a draft from the other day that finished 5-3, but the ones we started today, we went 1-3, 0-3, and 1-3. So, and the 2 Zendikar Rising decks weren't bad decks. Like, things just really didn't go our way. I mean, they weren't great decks either, mind you, but they weren't 1-3 decks, you know. It's laughing at me.